Hi everyone, if you're enjoying the show and have appreciated the tips and experience being shared with you, maybe consider leaving a one-off tip to support production, including the hosting, the booking, the marketing, the recording, the editing, and every other aspect of making a show like this. You can do that by visiting podcastingpeople.uk/support or via the link in the show notes. Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Oliver and I'm a freelance audio editor and engineer. Today, I'm going to be giving you a tip on your audio setup. I'm a freelance audio editor and engineer with a focus on editing for TTRPGs, tabletop role-playing games for those not in the know, such as Dungeons & Dragons, as well as audio dramas. I got started in audio production following my time at university, where I studied as a classical musician. I would arrange music for brass quartets and quintets before recording myself playing all the parts. It was kind of tough at the time because I'm a real perfectionist and I really wanted the mix to be just right. So I would kind of spend hours tinkering with the sound until I was, just happy with the result. I got into podcasting and audio editing back in 2019 when I was asked to be the audio lead on a small Dungeons & Dragons inspired animation project. The project required a full original score, sound work and voiceover assistance, and it was definitely one of the biggest things I had done at that point. It was a huge learning curve that really helped me hone all of the editing skills and production practices I use today. The project ran through into the pandemic, which kept me busy during lockdown. And once it was all over, I started editing for podcasts, audio dramas, other TTRPG sessions, and because that's just what I knew best. I really love weaving a narrative when working with audio. Editing for story-based productions like this is where I feel most at home. It doesn't really matter what I'm editing. I will always try and hone in to find the core of a conversation and aim to edit in a way that leads the listener through the story rather than a conversation. Some projects are tougher than others when trying to achieve this goal, but I really love the variety of projects I get to work on as a result. Whether it be through a venturing party in Dungeons & Dragons or carefully crafted conversation about lore, there are so many different conversations and stories to be told, but it doesn't matter really who you are. There's always something to listen to. So my big tip today is about your audio setup and making sure you sound as good as possible for your production. I think a lot of people can get ahead of themselves in the recording process, and you sort of hit that record button a little bit before you're ready without checking in the levels and ending up with some not so great audio. So my tip is please check your audio levels and check your audio levels again. It's so easy to end up with distortion and peaking on your recording and ruining what could otherwise be a perfect take. When doing a mic check, people have a tendency to talk fairly calmly, and then as they ease into a recording, ramp up their energy levels a little bit and blow right past their initial check, which is obviously what causes your distortion. So I am always advising my clients about levels, and I always say, I can raise you up in terms of volume, but it is much, much harder to bring you back down again and remove that distortion once it becomes baked into your sound. You can find me at moremusic.net, and you can see all of my links in the show notes. Thanks for listening to Podcasting People.
Like the sound of this episode? The Sound Boutique can help with your show too, from fixing problem audio all the way through to producing full shows. Visit thesoundboutique.com today to start a conversation. The link is in the show notes.